My name is Smart Mado Ajaja. I am the anchor of Nigeria Now at ONN and the Nightingale Radio International, and also the convener of Africa Unite and the Open Nigeria Consciousness. I decided to do this broadcast because of the state of Nigeria this minute. I don't that I don't know that some people understand the meaning of a country that is supposed to be one. With the way people carry about their businesses, especially at high profile leadership levels. I feel so sad, to see how polarized our country has become. And I don't know what these people who claim that they are leaders in Nigeria, I don't know what they feel when the country's national anthem is played. They don't understand how serious it is. Even though this current national anthem is not the best, but for now, that is what we have. The one before it was very, very good because that was a prayer. But what is taking place right now has positioned Nigeria for a total disintegration. We are talking about Nigeria. Some people will come and be telling me about the North, the North, so strongly. And now there is a brewing southern nationalism, though it's not strong because the people behind it are are dishonest people. But what I'm hearing, what I feel, what I see every day coming especially from the north of Nigeria, their leadership. I'm not talking about the people. Those people who come in the name of the north, that they come to protect the interest of the north. But the last time I checked, that part of Nigeria has the highest number of people suffering from extreme poverty, extreme ignorance, extreme and criminal lack of care by these same leaders who have presented the country, some of its leaders, for as long as the country's nationhood has lasted. You know, leadership that benefited themselves, their families, and nobody else. I wonder on what moral platform they stand to advance a case for the north of Nigeria instead of the whole of Nigeria. I'm going to respond specifically in my next broadcast to the statement credited to Saad, the Sultan of Sokoto. They say, yeah, yes, that man has proven to be one of the biggest hypocrites to have come out of Nigeria. And they say he's a spiritual leader, he's a religious leader, the one that the whole of Muslims in Nigeria look up to for leadership, with the way he carries himself, with what he has said before now and what he's saying today. That run foul, runs counter to the unity of Nigeria. Is the north of Nigeria a country in Nigeria that is in competition with the rest of Nigeria? Why is he not talking about one Nigeria? Why is he not a uniter? Has it gotten so divisive? We are suffering today as a country because some of the choices he made. Because he comes from an environment where people, because of sheer ignorance, are eroded like cows without asking their leadership questions about where they are being taken. But you know what? All that is about to change, and grounds are beginning to shift in the north of Nigeria. The same man who told us, who boasted who boasted during the electioneering campaign and immediately after it that nobody could stop the inauguration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a rogue, a criminal, a certificate forger, a fraudster, an identity thief, paired with a man that has been hobnobbing with terrorists. 4 terrorists were captured in Shetima's house. And they were able, with their northern gang up, the elitist gang up that has been a problem to Nigeria since independence, with their accomplices from the Yoruba land. They fostered this evil on Nigeria. If I were in his position, I would shut myself. I shut up and not say anything. After he boasted, and now he's talking about that the North will revolt. The North will revolt against which North is he talking about? I believe Plateau State is not part of that North that he's talking about. Benue is no longer that part of the North that he's talking about. I don't think Kogi State is part of the North that he's talking about. So which North is he talking about? Perhaps Sokoto, Katsina, and where else? I'm not sure that the whole of Jigawa is with them in their game to destroy Nigeria. He is part of those who support those who are shooting Nigeria up. Because Nigeria has been so quiet, so silent, especially from those from the heartless South, the South that has no soul, the South that has no meaning. Yes, the second-class citizens, political citizens, elitist political citizens from the South, driven by commerce. And there are other members from across the country allow a minority in the political class, a minority in overall population of Nigeria, to wreck Nigeria, seize Nigeria, disabled Nigeria, took over all of its strategic institutions, destroyed the Nigerian armed forces, took over, hijacked its command and control infrastructure to become a source, a power that is being used to blackmail the whole of Nigeria. He now has the temerity to say that the North, not the whole of Nigeria. Where's the North that he's talking about? I think he's living in the past. I'm not sure he understands the dynamics of what is about to happen in Nigeria. We have had enough of your nonsense yet. So you are the elites, the divisive elites, wherever you come from in Nigeria. Hard times are with you. And I'm telling the Sultan or Sokoto, whatever he calls himself, if there's a rebellion in Nigeria, it's going to happen in the North. First against him and his failure to lead. The North has over 20 million Hausa children who are supposed to be in school begging for alms. And he's the head of all the Muslims were in the North, or did they say the whole of Nigeria? And then he misunderstands. I think he's, looking down on Nigeria as it's the Sultan of Nigeria. But I'm telling him, he's not the Sultan of Nigeria. I bet, as for from what I'm seeing, the rebellion coming from the Hausa people, they are calling him Sarikin Fulani. Doesn't mean Sultan of the Fulani race. Yes, especially of the Ottoman and Fodio descendants. He doesn't understand what is about to happen in Nigeria. Nigeria is about to be free or broken in pieces. It is either Nigeria is freed from the stranglehold of the invaders tormenting Nigeria, or the country will break up. And that is exactly what he is and his cohorts have not been able to come to terms with. The same man who is denying Nigeria peace, was the first to travel to Niger when the Nigerian people set themselves free from the captivity of Imperial France. He went there in search of peace that he did not give. He's not giving to the people in Nigeria. What a hypocrite he is. What type of hypocrisy runs through the veins of these so-called northern leaders and their elders and the political, religious leaders from there? They are all hypocrites. They are not true Muslims. They don't believe in God. And I don't believe that any right-thinking person right now should be looking to any of them for leadership because they don't have it. A true person of God, a spiritual leader, should not be as divisive. If I were him, I was the one who brought part of the coup plotters that brought Tinubu to power. I will stick with him to the end. So it means that he's not a serious. So what they are trying to do now, let me tell you, Nigerians, what is about to happen. They are putting a coup together. Yes. So that one of them will take over. And that is what is going to scatter Nigeria. Yes. That is what about. I don't support Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I want the whole of Nigeria to come together to remove him because we did not vote for him. We did not empower him. He's not our president. But that Bola Tinubu will be removed by the North is rubbish. We are working hard to unite the whole of the country behind one purpose, to get rid of him and rewrite our constitution and open Nigeria for real business, not for the benefit of these fat cats. Their time is up. Yeah, the rebellion that is going to take place in Nigeria is going to be massive. It's not only about removing Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It's going to remove all bad leaders, including traditional rulers who have misled the people of Nigeria. It is going to include the drivers of corporate Nigeria who have fleeced Nigeria, with politicians to become Africa's richest men when their people go to bed on empty stomachs. It's so disheartening to hear that Nigerians are now trooping into Niger in their numbers. Nigerians are trooping into Niger in their numbers. Nigerians were coming into Nigeria to seek refuge before now. You see how things go. Yes, Bola Tinubu came into power inordinately with nobody voting for him. All strategic institutions were destroyed because of him. And Sultan of Sokoto was part of it. Why is he crying now? He knows his own position is threatened. When there is a rebellion in Nigeria, a rebellion in the north of Nigeria threatens his position. Because those people he misled with his accomplices, they are now asking questions. They are asking questions now. The same Sultan who spearheaded the coup that brought Bola Ahmed Tinubu cannot go back to the same people to tell them to come and start rebelling. They're going to rebel against you, my brother. And that is what is going to happen. So you have no power. You have lost it. You lost everything. If there was any modicum of moral platform to stand on, to do anything, you lost it completely with that decision. You have been hiding. You back all the terrorists killing Nigeria, destroying Nigeria. You never say anything. They have been slaughtering people across the country. You don't say anything. But when they touch the Quran in Greece, you will be sitting in Sokoto making noise and raising hell there. Within 6 months, 2 young Nigerians were murdered in your domain. Yes. 2 young Nigerians were murdered in your domain. We didn't hear anything from you. It was okay. In a one Nigeria, two standards of law. Yes. It's time for us to resize Nigeria. It's time for us to define Nigeria. A Nigeria that will be governed by the rule of law and not the rule of the jungle. That is where we are going. I know you are scared of your own position. Yes, there is hunger. It's very dangerous hunger in the land. And the Nigerian political elites, your high fences will not save you when it goes down. People are going to scale those fences to get you. You robbed them for 63 years. Your fathers and mothers robbed them. You took over and continued the tradition of robbery and expect that you will be set free? No. Where we are today is your creation. There are consequences for bad behaviors. It's a little too late for you to do anything. You see the exchange rate now? There is no food. There is no electricity. There is no job for our teeming youths. How can we have a country where over 50% of its youths are unemployed and you expect that country to be in peace? I pity what is going to happen to Nigeria. It's not looking good at all. But I tell the army, stay in your barracks. If at all you want to come out and you see the people start something, come out as Nigerian patriots to join them. Don't come out to seize power, because an army intervention is not going to solve Nigeria's problem right now. We need a far-reaching action. The army, the armed forces had an opportunity to stop the slide of Nigeria. When they had all the opportunity to stop the inauguration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, all the service chiefs collected money. They collected bulletproof vehicles. They collected domestic staff. And they collected bodyguards. Those your bodyguards are going to become useless in no distant time. I don't know if there's any way to save Nigeria when the people of Nigeria come in their anger because of hunger. Yes, it is coming. So we warn you, stay away. You had all the opportunity to be good leaders. You refused to lead. Sultan of Sokoto, you have no moral ground to stand on to call for a rebellion or to shout out that the North will revolt. Which North are you talking about? Nigerians will revolt. Stop being divisive. It has benefited you in the past. Now it's not going to be to your advantage. You should be scared of your own position now. The whole of Nigeria will rebel, not the North. There is no need for this North and South crap. We agreed, even though we did not understand the content of our independence. But now there is a generation that is out to make things right so that Nigerians will live in peace, regardless of their cultural or religious differences. Now is the moment. This is a warning to all of you. Things will happen in Nigeria, not because I have planned anything, and you already seen. They are beginning to manifest in pockets. In a short period of time, these forces will unite against those who have abused, exploited, raped, robbed, and kidnapped them and their future, and the future of their country and its people now and its generations unborn. God bless Nigeria. Please do share this message. It's a very strong message. And I'm very happy that somebody is standing up to make it. They have reduced our fellow countrymen to cowards, People who only worry about their stomach for now, but can no longer stand up for their country. I'm happy that I am not scared. Nigerians, let's unite and get this done. We can do it. Good night. From Houston, Texas, United States of America. My name is Smart Mado Ajaja.